Everybody, I declare the meeting open at 2:30. This meeting will be video recorded to assist in the preparation of the minutes of the meetings. Shire of Dundas recognises the Nudgee and Manning as traditional custodians of the Shire of Dundas and pay our respects to their elders, past and present. We have nobody attending on electronic means. Item 2. Any financial interests?
Yeah.
Any proximity interests?
Yeah.
Any partiality?
Yeah.
Any gifts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We are all here. We have no apologies. Item 4, the minutes, confirmation of minutes of the previous meeting. Recommendation is on page 5.
I'll move it.
That's in the cloud.
Second.
That's the Hogan.
So we've got a 2024, that's one. I've got the wrong one.
Yeah, that's the first of February.
That's what I was given.
24, isn't it?
We got another one?
It's just that you're in the front page.
I can't work out why nothing was quite right.
So
We just changed it to 24.
the minutes of the meeting on the 1st of February, that's where you got that from, because that was the last one.
That's right, yeah, but I didn't get
To be confirmed as a true and accurate record. Those in favour?
that. Was moved by Councillor Hogan.
McLaren.
McLaren.
Second of Councillor Hogan.
Okay.
Item 5, 5.1, the compliance audit return 2024. Before we go to the recommendation, does anybody have any questions? Anybody have a question? Yeah, but
No, because my question came from the last one,
oh. Okay.
which is far too late to question it now.
Okay, so there's a couple of things on here. Which is on here we go. Page, oh no, it hasn't got page number.
That's one more.
Yeah, this
I
one.
haven't got. That's all right, I do this one.
Page.
Well, it hasn't got a page number.
What is
That's
that?
it's, in the financial and tenders for providing goods and services.
It should be on the tab.
It's just on the other
On the tab.
I think that's the ball.
That's just the front page, it's the error. It's just the date that's the error.
So that is 2005. Doesn't say. No, it's because it's got 2023.
So it is from 2024 because it's the previous year,
23 and 21.
so it's the compliance audit goes not from financial year to financial year, it's the 1st of January to the 31st of December,
So,
which is weird.
yeah.
Or something.
So we're on financials.
Yeah. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 pages in. Three no's on that, or there's 3 no's on that page, but all relating to tenders, and there's no desperate issue with any of them.
No, councillors, with the tenderers, we can't advertise just in the Kalgoorlie Minor. We have to advertise in the West Australian. And there's also issues with Wagga being removed out of the Act. So even if we use their preferred suppliers, we still have to advertise, where in the past, Wagga was an entity under the regulation, but they got removed just as a representative body. So those are the two issues regarding the tender process.
Right,
It'll be better, Pete, advertising in it. More of a
Wider spread.
spread, isn't it?
Well, that's what they make.
We advertised in the Cal Minor. It was always okay, but it got picked up the last time, but that's not okay.
and the rest of it, I don't think there's any issues. So your question probably still stands.
Perhaps, yeah. It says that a register of complaints which records all complaints that resulted in a finding under section 51102A. I tried to find that because it says, yes, it's been published, but I couldn't find it on the website, Apple.
Yeah, there is some issues with our website. So we've got Market Creations giving us a hand with that. And some of the complaints have to go through this process first before it comes up.
Yeah.
So what sort of complaints relate to that section?
It's a register of complaints for everything, every complaint that goes in.
Only the complaints that actually goes through a process of being found that there is an issue needs to go up.
No, any finding. It says all complaints that resulted in a finding.
Yes.
So whether it's a finding of frivolous or yes, you've got to do something else, then that should be listed in a register.
Yeah, so our register, Bonnie, that registers online?
Yeah, so what, through the chair, sorry, speaking with Moore, who conducts that, and it's a little bit like the interpretation about statewide advertising, and the website was originally considered that's accessible statewide, but now they're going back to, no, it has to be a state paper. So the West Australian. The same with the complaints. The understanding is that it's gone through a particular level and that it is not all complaints that are submitted. But I've just noted that, and I'll circle back to Moore and ask for clarification, because they're the ones that have said, we don't say yes, we're compliant. They say yes, you're compliant. So I will question.
I looked it up on the net, and several other shires have got it on their website, and it lists everything.
I will circle back to Tanya and ask that question, and then respond through CO to the president, and she'll let with
I couldn't find it.
Yep.
Anybody else have anything?
There was another one, Councillor Gomez, through the chair. Our pre-quote process, sometimes Barry's got an issue. He's only got one supplier. Nobody else supplies the product. And we only get one quote, and we got picked up on a couple of those that we didn't get free. But it's not an issue. It's a one supplier item. And
We get those every year.
That's a standard question. Because we're pointless sending it to somebody that's not going to reply to a quote because they don't do the task.
If I may, through the chair, and also the car process does not go through every single purchase order. So that's part of, I question that as well. And there is no evidence of me going through everyone to determine. So it's about that sample size as well.
Thank you, Dave. So we have a recommendation on page 7. Somebody got a recommendation.
So you're happy to change the name? That's the one to change the name, yes?
Just adopt the car.
Right.
Next week.
Oh, right.
So I'll have a second for that.
I'll second that.
Councillor McLeod, thank you. So we have a recommendation that the audit committee resolve to accept the draft 2024 compliance audit return responses as attached to this report to be finalised for presentation to council. Recommend the adoption of the finalised 2024 compliance audit return responses and recommend to council that the Shire President, Chief Executive Officer be authorised to sign the compliance audit return for submission to the Department of Local Government. Those in favour? Thank you. The next audit meeting will be called as required. So we have nothing further on this one, so I will declare the meeting closed at 4:30.